man is back.
Oh, my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard.
This is your boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy, Dash the True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary video gameplay for you guys. And I'll get this out the way. I am sick. No, I do not have COVID or anything like that, but I am sick. I puked like crazy earlier today. And my stomach been hurting pretty much all day. So, yeah. But that's still not going to stop me from putting out a video. So check this out. Let's get on straight into it. So we all know that Microsoft is in the process of buying Activision Blizzard. And that deal should be finalized in June of next year. So there's that. Now we also know that Sony is trying to make sure that this deal doesn't get finalized. They have been complaining and crying and bitching and moaning about Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard and potentially taking Call of Duty away from Sony, even though Microsoft have offered everybody 10-year contracts. Like a Call of Duty coming to the Switch, they offer a 10-year contract to Steam. They even offer one to Sony, which Sony didn't comment on unless they did make a comment. But that's not entirely what this video is about. What this video is about is Microsoft is being sued by video gamers in U.S. court to stop Activision takeover. So basically, video gamers are suing Microsoft in the U.S. to try and prevent Microsoft from buying Activision Blizzard. Yeah, that's the thing. So check this out. So this is from Reuters. How you pronounce this website? REUTERS.com. Check this out. Microsoft was hit on Tuesday in U.S. court with a private consumer lawsuit claiming that technology companies, well, it's close to $69 billion bid to purchase Call of Duty maker Activision Blizzard will unlawfully press SQUELCH competition in the video game industry. Basically, kill it. That's what that's what they're trying to say. The complaint filed in federal court in Cali, of course, comes about 2 weeks after the U.S. Federal Trade Commission filed a case with an administrative law judge seeking to stop Microsoft, owners of the Xbox console, obviously, from completing the largest ever acquisition in the video game market. The private lawsuit also seeks an order blocking Microsoft from acquiring filed on 10 players in California, New Mexico, and New Jersey. The proposed acquisition would give Microsoft quoting this for outside market power in the game industry. The alleged. With the quote, the ability of rivals to put with consumer choice, raise prices, further enhance. So, yeah, very interesting. More. Representative state defense saying that it will expand competition and opportunities for game developers. End quote. After the FTC sued, Microsoft President Brad Smith said, "We have complete confidence in our case and welcome the opportunity to present our case in court." Wow, they confident. Okay. In a statement, plaintiff's attorney Joseph Saveri in San Fran said, "As the video game industry continues to grow and evolve, it's critical that we protect the market from monopolistic mergers that will harm customers or consumers in the long run. Private plaintiffs can pursue antitrust claims in U.S. court even while a related U.S. agency case is pending. The takeover, announced in January, also faced antitrust scrutiny in the European Union." That's what I was referring to near the beginning of this video. The FTC previously said it sued to stop Microsoft from gaining control over a leading independent game studio. The agency said the merger will harm competition amongst rival gaming platforms from Nintendo and Sony. And that's the end article. So, I mean, and I talked about this once before. I'm going to talk about it again. And here's the thing. There's two ways to look at this. The whole Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard fiasco. There's two ways you can look at this. One way to look at it is basically if Microsoft goes through the deal and they buy Activision Blizzard, That they get a lot of stuff, Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, the Warcraft stuff, and goodness knows what else. I can't think of everything off the top of my head. Overwatch would be another one example, and so much more. Now, the fear is with all these franchises under Microsoft's belt, they would prevent these games from going onto other systems, or in this case, from going onto Sony's systems, the PlayStation 5 and such. Now, if that was to happen, that means everybody would be forced to buy an Xbox, and then here's where I gotta be like, I gotta give the look and say, are y'all sure about this? It would be on Xbox and on PC. Because remember, Microsoft owns Windows, and Windows is PC. So, and everybody should have a PC unless you have, Apple desktop. Then I guess, and maybe you can still play their games on there. But bottom line is this. Their games would be played on Xbox and on the PC. So to say that, everybody gonna be, monopolizing the market and stuff like that, is not exactly 100% true. Because if you have a PC, guess what? You should be straight. Now, granted, PC gaming is different from playing on the console. I understand that. There's some people who may not want to do that, but it's still an option. If you do not want to get a Xbox, it's still an option. Now, and here's another thing I look at as well. So on one side, the fear of no games come to Sony's systems outside of the ones that Sony made. That might be an issue for those who are only PlayStation fans and want to stick with PlayStation and don't want to go over to Xbox. I can understand that. I get that. So that's one way to look at it. But on the other hand, another way to look at it is this. Do you really want to pay $10 a month for the Game Pass, Microsoft Game Pass? Another $10 a month for Sony's wannabe Game Pass, which is trash. $10 a month for EA's Game Pass. Another $10 a month for Ubisoft's Game Pass. Another $10 a month for Square Enix Game Pass. Another $10 a month for Nintendo's online service. You're paying all these monthly fees for all these streaming services. Whereas if everything was on one system, it's going to be less. It's going to be cheaper. Now, but at the same time, it was mentioned in the article, if everything was on one system, then the monthly fee, which is like $10 a month, it'd be just getting the Game Pass solely on your system, or $15 a month if you get it on your system and on your PC. Could it go up if everything is on one platform? Yeah. But do you think they're going to go up from $10 to $15 to $50, $60, $70, $80? I highly doubt it, because they tried something like this before with their Xbox Live, and the people got pissed. And Microsoft changed their mind about it. So, yeah, I highly doubt they're going to increase the price by a lot. But if they do increase the price because they got all these games under Game Pass to, let's say, $20 a month, $30 a month, is that still better than owning 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 streaming services for you to play games on a monthly basis? It's not. I mean, it's better if you pay just $30 a month as opposed to $50, $60, $70, $80 a month. I mean, it's much, much better. So it's a really iffy situation. It's really, really, really is. And I said this in the last time I talked about this. I prefer there to be options on the PlayStation because I'm more of a PlayStation guy than the Xbox guy, even though I own all of the new generation consoles. The Xbox Series X, the PS5, and the Switch, and the OLED Switch system because of that Scarlet and Violet edition, because it did look cool. But you get the point. You get the point. I do favor the PlayStation over my Xbox. So I would think it would be terrible if all the games were on one system, or most of them anyway. And the thing is, we're not even sure if Microsoft is going to do that. And because here's another proposition that I brought up. They offer Sony a deal, 10-year deal. And how much do Sony have to pay to get Call of Duty on their system? How much Sony have to pay to get Overwatch on their system? So you got to take that into consideration as well, because Sony might not want to pay a lot of that money just to get them games on their systems. So that's another thing to consider as well. It's too milky. It's too milky. We have to depend on whether or not Microsoft can be trusted in regards to them doing deals with Sony. I mean, obviously They trusted when doing a deal with Nintendo because they done deals with one another in the past. So who knows? Who freaking knows? But the one thing that was brought up, over the course of the past few weeks is this. Microsoft first-party games are terrible. They are terrible. Sony's first-party games are much better. Granted, they need to stop remaking and remastering some of those first-party games like The Last of Us and anything Uncharted related and make some new joints. But nevertheless, the bottom line is this. Sony got better first-party games than Microsoft, and it's not even close. Even if Microsoft were to say, okay, Call of Duty will be on their system only, or everybody in the moment will get Call of Duty except for PlayStation. Do you really think that's going to mess Sony up because they don't have Call of Duty? I understand that a lot of people play that, but at the same time, a lot of people play Fortnite. So, I mean, there are other games out there besides Call of Duty, and it's not the one-all be-all for Sony. So, well, I do believe that the likes of Sony and these 10 gamers need to stop bitching about this deal. But I can understand the concern about Microsoft potentially being a monopoly, which again could be a good thing and a bad thing. But at the end of the day, I would prefer that all the games are on all the systems, so there's options for everybody. And this could potentially lead to, well, we already seen it already, multi-plat on all systems, but more of that. So, or cross-gen, not multi-plat, but cross-gen. So, there you go with that. That's my thoughts on this whole situation. And I find it funny that 10 gamers, regular gamers, are trying to sue Microsoft to stop them from buying Activision Blizzard. I just think that's hilarious to me. But and here's another question before I call it a wrap. They announced the deal in January. Why they had to wait until June of next year to finalize the deal? I don't get that one. I don't know. I'm not a business guy, but I would not mind some answers. So somebody educate me on that. Like, why does it have to take over a year and a half or close to a year and a half just to finalize the deal? That makes no sense to me. So if you know the answer, let me know in the comment section below. I would like to be educated on that. So I'm going to call it a wrap. And with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is your boy, New Jack Aspie, a.k.a. New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.